I want to talk about temptation in your environment in this video. So what a lot of people don't understand about health is that when you set up your environment where you don't need to use willpower, that is the secret to success. The most unsuccessful people with their nutrition, with their diet, they actually have all the foods they don't want to be eating, they shouldn't be eating in their environment. And so it's easier to go and eat it. So for example, right now I'm in Thailand, and when I go to 7-Eleven, it reminds me of all of my old bad habits that I used to have. So like I'd go in 7-Eleven, I'd get the candy, I'd get all the ready meals and all this crap, right? And it's because it's in my environment. It's the temptation is there, right? So if I set up my environment where I don't need temptation, where I don't need all these things, like they're not around me, then it's easier for me to not eat those things. So people look at me and they think I have so much discipline when it comes to my nutrition. That's actually not true. Okay, I just set up my environment to win where I don't need to use my willpower. That's the secret. You see, what you're doing right now is you're trying to not go to the fridge and drink a beer because the beer's in the fridge. That's a failure. That's a fail, right? Because the beer's in the fridge. So of course, if the beer's in the fridge, it's going to be easier to drink it. Similarly, if the chocolate's in the fridge, if the candy's in the cupboards, it's going to be easier to eat all this stuff. So the first step is to get that shit out of your environment. So the first thing I tell my clients when they join me is to clear out your cupboards, clear out your freezer, clear out your fridge. Get rid of all that processed crap, okay? That's the first step, because now it's not in your environment. Now we got a baseline we can build upon and start eating some real food without processed nonsense, okay? So that is literally, it's such a big secret that people just don't understand. They don't grasp it. It's like, you don't need that willpower if you set up your environment to win. So literally, if you want to eat the cake, like I'm not saying never eat cake. If you want to eat banana cake, if you want to eat chocolate cake, you want to eat chocolate candy, you want to drink beers, that's okay. Just don't have it in your house. Don't have it in your work environment, okay? So whenever you want to do those things, you have to literally go out and do that, right? So it creates more friction. If you've read the book Atomic Habits, it talks about how to make a habit unattractive. That's one of the ways to, get rid of the bad habits, is to make this habit that's bad unattractive to you. So include some friction. So if I want to go and have some chocolate right now, for example, right now, I'll need to get on my bike and drive to 7-Eleven in the rain. I ain't going to do that, right? Like, even if it wasn't raining, I wouldn't do that, right? So there's friction there. I want to stay at home. I'm in my comfort zone here at my house, right? And so, well, it's not my house, my friend's house, but anyways, make sure that your environment is set up so that you don't need to use your willpower. That is so, so important. And if you just only did that and you just took that for the rest of your life, you'd change your whole life. Because before, my environment had all that crap in it. So I would buy Haribo's and gummy bears from 7-Eleven, bring it back to the house, and wonder why I couldn't stop being addicted to sugar, because it was in my environment. If I was bored, I would just go to the cupboard, get some candy or get some potato chips, and that's what a lot of us do, and that's how I was raised. We had a specific cupboard literally just for snacks. That's how crazy, that's how much I was addicted to processed crap. And most people will have that cupboard in their house. You know what I'm talking about. You can go there right now. You're like, yeah, I know that cupboard. I know that cupboard very well. I go to that cupboard multiple times a day and eat all the crap. See, that is what I'm talking about. Get rid of that cupboard. Get rid of that cupboard. And you know what I used to do as well? I used to eat ready meals. So I used to eat Chicago Town pizzas. It came in a pack of 2 pizzas. One for me, one for my brother. When my parents are out at work during the daytime, we would have Chicago Town pizzas. And that was not healthy at all. But it filled us up and we didn't have much money, so we ate that, right? So again, going into your freezer, getting rid of all that ready meals, all the pizzas, the frozen pizzas, all that crap, processed nonsense. Get rid of it. Like literally, I realized this massive difference when I came to Thailand, because I was in Bali and I came to Thailand just a few weeks ago. And I realized, wow, my nutrition is so dialed in that I don't even realize it until I step out of it, right? Like I come to Thailand, I'm realizing, wow, everyone eats lots of processed food. Like I'm finding myself buying a Snickers bar at 7-Eleven. Like I haven't had a Snickers bar in 5 years since I last came to Thailand. Like it's in my environment, so now I'm like, oh, Snickers bar, oh, Haribo's. It's like I eat so much whole foods now. My whole diet is whole foods. That's why before I came here, like I was way healthier, and I've been indulging a bit too much in Thai food, which is another story for another day, has sugar in it and stuff like that. Thai food's delicious, but there's a reason why it's delicious, right? I'm not saying just because of the sugar, but of course, other flavors and stuff. But yeah, a lot of Thai food has sugar in it. And I tell them, when I order Thai food, I said, don't put sugar in it. Like,
ไม่ใส่น้ำตาลครับ no sugar please
and they're like,
โอเคครับครับสวัสดีครับ
anyway, I hope you found this video helpful. Don't use your willpower. You don't need to. Just set up your environment with whole foods and get rid of all the processed crap, so you will need to use less willpower. Okay, you don't need to use willpower at all, actually, if you have a turnkey system, right? If you have your health dialed in, you don't need to use willpower. And if you want help with this, go ahead and click the link below this video, watch the presentation, and then go ahead and book your free call. We'll get on the phone, see if it's the right fit for us to work together within the group setting with other people just like yourself, heavy hitters, you know, bosses in all areas of their life, and we'll help you get this area of your life handled once and for all. My name is Aaron. I'll talk to you in the next video. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Ciao.